Hello, welcome in. We're just going to take a few minutes just at the start of this to let some people come in, and then we're going to begin because I have a lot of stuff to talk about today, and it's all super exciting. So if you want to just start out, let me know what you're stitching on, what you're working on, what you're doing for the live tonight. Is this your first time joining one of my lives? I love going live. It's been so much fun. This has been the first month that I've actually had a live stream schedule and started doing this, and it's just been an absolute blast. So hopefully everybody else likes them. It seems so. Hi, Sydney. Thank you so much for joining. I hope I can be some nice background noise to whatever you're working on or whatever you're doing. Hi, everyone. Let me know in the comments what you're working on, what you're doing. Oh, you're stitching on the twigs and SAL. I was so tempted to start this stitch along. What held me back is that I spent a good amount of money on the new Lola Crow stitch along, and then I ended up not loving it, so I never really stitched on it. So I was like, okay, maybe I should hold back from joining new stitch alongs. But I mean, it's literally the cutest thing ever, the twigs and tea one. It's very much up my alley, very whimsical. Are you enjoying it? Do you like the mystery aspect of it? Because it's definitely fun. I get so sucked in the second I see a cute theme. I'm like, oh, add to cart. I need it. I did the same with Lola Crow. I didn't love it, but the twigs and tea SAL is so my vibe. That's so great. I'm so happy you're loving it. I've heard that some people are complaining about the density of that tablecloth, but I love the colors. It looks so much fun. Once all the parts are out, I might have to get it, honestly, because all the cutesy little animals are so cute. Is it a goose that was released? I don't know if anything else has been released for the little frames, but I'm just obsessed. So I'm really glad you're enjoying it. If anybody else wants to put in the comments what they're working on, or maybe just a WIP that they've got going, I would love to hear, because I love to add to my wish list. I'm a shopper. I am not a minimalist, as you can tell by my craft room shelves. So I love to find new things to work on. Yes, a goose. And the tablecloth was so hard. I literally just finished that part 10 minutes ago. Honestly, bravo. Good for you, because I know some people are really struggling. But that goose is adorable. It's Fine Frog Stitching, I think, that released that. Does she name the little critters? Or does she just put little goose? Because in my head, that goose's name is Gloria. She's a little Gloria goose. She's so cute. But yeah, that Twigs and Tea SAL was hard not for me to join. But I don't know. I just have so many WIPs going. I'm trying not to exceed a lot of them. But we're little crafty people. It's really hard to keep our WIPs down sometimes. Yeah, she has names for them. I love that. We love a good theming. I love that. So I guess I'll just get started. I don't want to keep you guys for too long. So it has been the busiest week ever. So if you've tagged me in any of your posts on Instagram or mentioned me in your YouTube videos and I haven't responded back, I am so sorry. I have seen them and it is on my list this week to, repost, comment, share, do all the things. I've been absolutely loving seeing everyone's progress for the season of the WIT Stitch Along. And it has just been a blast. And I just got really good feedback. Everyone's been loving it. And they've been loving this Crafty Coven kind of theme. And I've decided to actually continue on with our Crafty Coven story. Now, I talked about this a little bit in last week's live, kind of the theming that I was going for. And I announced on my Instagram that the new Crafty Coven SAL for October is called Halloween Hollow, which basically is that us as stitchers, we've, stitched our witches for this month. So we've chosen our little avatar, our little character, and we've all made friends in our little Crafty Coven. And now we're going to move to our own little special Halloween town called Halloween Hollow. And I just think that's the cutest thing ever. So we're basically going to stitch our own little personal Halloween towns. And it can be you can stitch on anything that you imagine in your own witchy, spooky town. So it can be maybe where you want to live, maybe it's someplace you want to visit, maybe it's like an outdoor nature scene that you would want to be in. And it could be even as small as like a sign in the town. I know there's like a couple patterns with some like little Halloween signage or witchy signage. It can be something as simple as that. And that just kind of gives everyone as much options and free reign as they want to kind of do for the stitch along. So that's going to be October SAL is Halloween Hollow. So we're building our own little witchy Halloween town for October. And I'm just so excited. It has a little bit of whimsy. It just helps us fall more into that spooky autumnal Halloween spirit. But you don't have to go full-blown Halloween if you don't want to. So I will be filming a pattern inspiration video for that this week. I just like sat down before this live and really planned it out and got some really great patterns and designs that I think would be perfect for this stitch along. So look out for that sometime this week. And other videos that I really want to release are I just went to the Adirondack Woolen Arts Fiber Festival. I went to that on Saturday, and it's one of my all-time favorite fiber festivals near me. So I will be filming my recap on that and my haul and my little vlog that I did for that. So that should be coming out soon, probably this week. And then also I have part 2 of my Salem vlog series, which I have gotten a lot of messages that people are like so excited to see part 2. So that will be coming soon. Again, it's been a busy week. I still have to film like the sit down, like recap and outro for that video because I haven't done that yet. So I am very excited for all the fun content that's coming. It's just a blast. Let's see. I have another comment from Jackie. Hi, Jackie. I'm so glad that you were able to join this week. And you said, I just started Autumn is in the Air by Britter, or is it Brittercup or Buttercup Designs? I did finish another witch yesterday during Harvest Moon. I finished Witch's Brew by Prairie Schooler. Amazing. You guys have just been killing it with these finishes lately. It's amazing to see like all the work that you've gotten done in the month. I did sign up for Harvest Moon. This was something I wanted to talk about too. So I signed up for Harvest Moon Hangout, which is a Lindy Stitches online retreat event. If you've never heard of one or attended one, they're amazing. I highly recommend going on the Lindy Stitches website or her Instagram and checking out her future events. I know Jingle Ball is coming up in December, which is like one of her largest events. And I've just been such a fan of them. And this weekend was so busy that I was unable to actually like participate or attend any of the talks like live while they were going on. But I'm going to be watching the recorded events, which I'm really excited for. I heard that like Gloriana Silk's talk was amazing. And I think the Lola Crow one too, I heard a lot of good feedback from. Basically, all I did was shopping. I did a lot of shopping for that event. And yeah, I will go through what I got. So Sydney says, did you get the new Lola Crow pattern from Harvest Moon? Of course I did. I was obsessed. And I not only got that pattern, I also last minute added the Acorns and Friends pattern to my cart. That was like a Lola Crow exclusive for one of her retreats. So I'll like show a picture as well. I'm assuming you got it too, right, Sydney? So let me show you what I got. I'll pull it up on my iPad so it's a little bit easier. But I did get the new Lola Crow. Let me see. What was it called? It was like, I should pull it up in my email actually so that I can show it. It was the cutest, or maybe she has it on her Instagram. Let's see. If you haven't seen her releases for Harvest Moon Hangout, she had this really cute exclusive. It was called Pumpkin Party. I mean, come on, look at that. It's the cutest thing ever. It is the cutest little like raccoon and a cute little jack-o'-lantern. And what really got me was there's like a cute little, where's my finger here? There it is. In the pumpkin next to it, there's like a mole with a little mouse. just hanging out. It is the cutest thing. I had to get it, and I did kit it up. My husband convinced me last minute because I did place an order, and I just got the pattern like originally, and then he's like, why didn't you kit that up? That's the cutest thing ever. So I did place another order for it. Is my lighting like terrible? I feel like it's like really crazy right now. But I got that one, and then I got the Acorns and Friends pattern, I think it's called. Let's see, Acorns and Friends, Lola Crow. Ugh, this is just so cute. If you're a stitcher that likes to stitch about stitching and animals, this is for you, baby. It is the cutest thing ever. I love how she like integrates raccoons in a lot of her patterns. We have like a little possum, we have a little skunk. It is just amazing. So I did add that last minute. And then I got the Stitch Crypt pattern. Let me pull it up on Steph's Instagram. So I did get this one, which is called Meet a Midnight Friend. Is it called Meet a Midnight Friend in the Forest, I think? Yeah. Midnight Friend in the Forest. So the little owl pattern. That one seems pretty big, I think. When I saw like the amount of DMC, I think there was like a thread pack of like 28 DMC colors in here. And I was like, oh, that's kind of a lot, but it's quite cute. What else? I got that exclusive, of course, of the cute little geese. I saw that and I was like, okay, and add to cart immediately. I needed it. And then I got two different counts of the exclusive fabric that I forget who was by. Maybe like Fiberlicious, maybe, but it was that like really beautiful fabric. I got that, and I'm imagining, I don't know, some sort of a fancy lady on it, or a lot of the praiseworthy stitches like Halloween cottages are like screaming at me to like be put on that fabric. I have to see what it looks like when I get it in person, but I'm so excited. Did any of you guys go to the event? Did you buy anything? I wish I could have participated more in the live like sessions that they had. Like I really enjoyed doing the WIP speed dating for her Midsummer Stitch event, but yeah, I just had a busy weekend at fiber festivals. I was driving all around upstate New York. It was a lot, but it was really fun. So yeah, that was Harvest Moon. That was my little recap. But I have all of my WIPs sitting next to me, so I thought I would go into that. And then I have quite a bit of haul that I thought it would be fun to like preview here for you guys. I personally really like seeing haul. So if that's not your thing, I'm sorry, but I love it. So let's go into the haul. Of course, if you have anything that you want to say, have any questions, put it in the comments. I'll answer back. Oh, we have Jen here. Hey, y'all from Arizona. Hello. Hello from New York. Sydney says, it was my very first online retreat and I wasn't really sure how it worked. So all I did was the shopping part. But I'm trying to be more active in the stitching community. So I really want to go to more. I highly recommend trying it out. It can be really intimidating, like jumping on a Zoom call with people and things, especially when you don't know exactly how those events work. But basically, when you do any of like the main stage live sessions, all that people are going to see is like your name, I believe. Or like if you're writing a comment, your name will pop up there. Your face is not visible on the main stage events. You're just going to see Steph, who is Lindy Stitches, and then whoever she's interviewing, or if it's a Floss Tube Live kind of a situation, it'll just be them. When you're actually on the screen is more when you're doing the WIP speed dating, which is when you are paired with a person for, I think it's a 2-minute round, and you're kind of just going through like what you're stitching. And it is a little nerve-wracking to join that, but it's not like an immediate, like, you're in someone's face. You have to click, like, enter a couple times, so it gives you a little bit of, like, a deep breath moment, and then you go into it, and if you're afraid of it being awkward, you totally have something to talk about because you just, say, "This is the WIP I'm working on. Oh my gosh, I love the WIP you're working on." Go back and forth questions like that. And then her other events, she does do the community, like, finish parades or WIP parades at the end of the events, which those are so fun. Again, it's all voluntary. If you want to be on camera, you, like, raise your little Zoom hand saying that you want to be on camera, and you will get chosen by, I think, like, her husband Jason will choose, like, who goes into, like, the separate little waiting room, and then they bring them on the Zoom screen to kind of show off what they're doing. But again, you can have your cameras off for that. Like, it's like, for if you're not gonna be showing, like, what you're doing on camera, you don't have to have your camera on, like, as you're looking at what everybody else is doing. It's definitely a good thing to check out. Get out of your comfort zone a little bit, because this community is just so super duper nice. It is so easy to make friends. So I highly recommend participating in maybe one new thing in your next event. And then that'll kind of dip your toes in the water and see if you really like it. Okay, let's see. Oh, you have tickets to the Estes Park in-person retreat that the Witchy Stitcher is hosting. That is so exciting. I'm so excited for you. That's going to be so much fun. And I've never been to an in-person retreat either. I actually just signed up to be on the StitchCon waitlist for next year. So in October, I'll figure out if, I got in. And that's definitely going to be nerve-wracking for me, because I myself, I identify as, like, an extroverted introvert. I, like, will only recharge if I'm alone. Like, I like sitting on my couch on a Saturday night, like, just hanging out with my family watching TV is, like, my ideal night. But when I'm out and about with people, I'm very outgoing, but it's definitely, like, a different kind of a vibe when you're in person with people. But it's so easy to make friends when you're already in a situation where you're surrounded by, like, people that love the same things as you. And I'm sure you're gonna, like, once you leave that retreat, you're gonna be like, wow, this is one of the most fulfilling things I've ever done. So I'm so excited for you. That's gonna be a blast. I think Cross Stitch in Cambria, he has a video of his experience at the last Witchy Stitcher retreat. So you should go check that out, because I think his name's Joshua. He has, like, really incredible videos, and I remember watching that one. It was like a little recap, and so definitely check him out if you want to see a little bit more of, like, the behind the scenes of a retreat. Hi, Nicole. It was so much fun at Harvest Moon over the weekend. Can't wait for Jingle Ball. Yay! I am going to be signing up for Jingle Ball, but I don't think I'm going to be able to attend much again, because I'm going to be going on a vacation. I'll be in Disney that week celebrating, like, my 1-year wedding anniversary. So I don't think I'll have much time to actually join any of the events while they're going on. I'm definitely going to be doing the shopping, but we'll kind of see and take it day by day. StitchCon would be really awesome. It would be so fun. Yes, Josh is going to the next one too. Oh, I didn't see his post, I don't think, about it the other day, but that'll be fun, especially if you can meet him. And yes, I'll be going to Disney. So I'll be in Disney, I think, for 10-ish days in December. It's either 8 or 10 days. And my husband and I were going to be celebrating our year wedding anniversary. I got married in Disney last December. So we're just going to relive it. And I'm so excited. It's going to be a blast. I'm hoping the weather will be nice, because upstate New York in December is very cold. So it'll be nice to escape to Florida that time. When we were there for our wedding last year, we were there for 2 weeks, and our first week was so frigid cold. Like, it felt even colder than it was here in New York. So I am hoping for that nice 70s, just wear a t-shirt weather, but we'll see. I'm so excited for that. But yeah, I love talking in the comments. It's like the best thing ever. So let's get into let's do my WIPs, maybe. I only have, as far as like cross stitch goes, I've really only been working on my Season of the Witch SAL start for this month. So I've only really been working on one thing. And that was my Halloween tier from Erin Elizabeth Designs. I'm obsessed with her tier tray designs, and I will be immediately starting another one once I'm done with this. But I really haven't been doing much stitching this month because I've just been like solely focusing on this and then a lot of other like crochet fiber arts things. Let me show you the progress I've got going on in here. I have this in the cutest little ghosty handmade bag by my friend Samantha at Slow Snail Stitching. Go check her out. But I've been just working away on this. It has been so much fun working on a small. Isn't that bag so cute, Sydney? Like, this really makes me want to make project bags. Like the ghost, and then she has really cute, she put like this cute little snail fabric on the inside. Like, I need to improve my sewing game because I want like really cute themed project bags. All right, so let me just fix my hoop here so I can kind of show you what I've got going. Because I did a good amount since last week. I might say that I'm almost done, honestly. By the end of this week, I'll definitely be done. So this is my progress so far. I am almost done. I'm like trying to block the light in the back. I'm almost done with the last like tier of the tray. Especially today. So I finished the little eyeball container last night while I was watching a scary movie. We were watching it's a new movie on Netflix, but I don't think it's new. I think it came out a couple years ago. We watched Cobweb, and it was pretty good. I mean, it was entertaining, a little like silly sometimes, but I don't know. It's just fun to like watch a spooky movie as you're doing a little spooky stitching. And today I really like focused on doing the little cauldron, and then there's a little stack of like a spell book and a pumpkin. So that's kind of the section I'm working on. And I am just so excited. I am in the home stretch, baby. I am almost there. I'm almost done. I mentioned in my last live that there is a color. Well, one of the brown threads kind of blends in with my fabric. It's a little bit lighter. So there is supposed to be like a witch's broom here, but the color was blending. So I still have to choose a color for that. But it looks so good. I love it. And I'm envisioning like a kind of ornate black, kind of an oval frame, and framing it in that. We'll see if I can manifest that frame by the end of this month. I'm crossing my fingers and hoping, but sometimes it takes a little bit of a process to find the right frame. But it's almost done. It has been so much fun. I'm really excited to do the back stitching on this because I just think it is going to make it pop. I did have to back stitch my ghost because the white was blending in a little bit. And I mean, I don't love the back stitching for that, but that was the best that I could do. I was so close to just ripping him out and being like, can I put something else there to make it? Or maybe just like completely take him out altogether. But I wanted a little ghosty on it. So yeah, I just basically have that little spell book, finishing the broom, and then all these cutesy little bats and little leaves. I thought they were little candy corns for a second, but they're little leaves. So I'm almost done with that. It's been kind of hard to like do full floss tube updates because I've only been working on my stitch along stitch. Oh, how am I going to finish my Halloween tier? So like I just said, I am going to do what I'm envisioning right now is actually framing it in like a black ornate kind of a frame. I think that'll look really good with this fabric because it's kind of like a mottled brownish, like looks a little dirty fabric. And I just think that'll be really cute because this is like pretty small. And I just think this will look cute in a little tiny frame. And sometimes it's nice to have something where it'll like sit on a shelf instead of like hanging up on a wall, especially when it's Halloween decor because you're taking it down all the time. So I did also see someone do a really unique tier tray finish for one of these Erin Elizabeth designs where they basically cut the fabric almost in like a tree shape and then they stuffed it and made it like a stand-up pillow. And I thought that was really cool too, but I'm not at that level where I think I can figure that out. Let's see. Yeah, cobweb was super creepy, but yes, definitely silly. I definitely laughed a lot at the end with the like little twist. It was quite funny, but it was entertaining. Michael's has a lot of cute Halloween frames on sale right now. Oh, I'm going to have to go down to Michael's because my nearest Michael's is about an hour away from where I live, but I'm going to be in that area this week. So I'll have to pop in and see. I'll have to like get the final measurements on this and like write it in my phone so that I'm prepared because I would love to take a finished photo of this before the month is up so I can put it on my Instagram so that it just like commemorates my SAL progress. Are any of you guys thinking you're going to join the stitch along for October? The theme is like pretty widespread and vague. So really any kind of like spooky thing can really be applied to it. And it doesn't have to be spooky. It can be a little bit more autumnal. If you want to go more like practical magic and like more like green witch vibes where it's very like botanical, that could totally fit. It's like wherever you envision like your witchy self or whatever witchy character to be living in is like perfect for this stitch along. So Jackie's joining. Yay, I'm so excited. And you know what you're stitching? Oh, yay, we have Jen joining as well. Let me know what you're stitching. I would love to hear it. I have a lot of WIPs going on right now, and I'm going to be working on, let me pull up a picture. My main focus piece, I think, is going to be a Praiseworthy Stitches pattern, and it's one of the Halloween cottages. I've shown it in a couple of my videos. Let's see. I believe it's called Seedy Pumpkin Cottage. Let's pull it up. Yes. So this is what I'm going to be working on. It's a pretty big piece, but I just think it'll be so fun to work on this for Halloween and like just the month of October. And because it's big, it'll be nice to focus on this because I could get a good amount of it done, hopefully, for October. But this is just so fun. Praiseworthy Stitches has the cutest cottages and Halloween patterns. And I actually found that a couple of them, I think, are featured in some of the older versions of the Just Cross Stitch magazine. Like they have like a witchy shop, and it's called SAL at Bubbling Cauldron. That was featured in one of the older like Halloween editions of Just Cross Stitch, and you can actually download those editions for free if you have Kindle Unlimited, or I think people also use their library as a virtual resource, like if you have the Libby app and things like that. So that could be a really good way to find free patterns for stitch alongs, especially if you don't want to put in extra money to your craft and you don't have necessarily like a more Halloween or spooky or autumnal pattern in your stash. There's lots of ways to find free patterns. I definitely want to make a video on that at some point. So Jackie's going to be stitching Fragments in Time 2025 Halloween edition, my Summer House Stitch Works. I love those. I was just looking at those patterns actually to like be a possible feature in my video for my next stitch along. Gotta see. I have so many good ones. I can't like have a video of 100 different patterns. That's just gonna be super long for you guys to watch and also terrible for me to edit. So I have to be realistic. Your choice is cool, but so big. It is really big. When I choose a big project, I try to go in with the mindset of, yes, I want to finish it, but I want to enjoy the process as well. So already go in knowing it's going to be like a very long project, like Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow. I'm obsessed with it, but it's gigantic and it's on 40 count. So I know it's going to take me a really long time. So you just got to work with what you're comfortable starting. If there's something that you absolutely love and it's bigger, don't be intimidated. Just get it, fall in love with it, enjoy the process of it, and then it's not going to really matter how long it takes you because you're just going to like fall in love with working on it so much that it'll be a fun process. I'll be stitching a Graveyard Wanderer by Witchy Stitcher. Oh, that one's going to be so good. Let me look up exactly what it looks like again, because I've looked up so many of these like Halloween patterns, and the Witchy Stitcher has so many incredible patterns that can be used for my next stitch along. She has a lot of really cool like spooky carnival ones or haunted house ones, so you could really like get creative and play along with your theme. I've also like done a good amount of research on Etsy, and there's a lot of cool like witchy cafe ones as well. I think Finally a Farm Girl has a cool like spooky cafe, and it has cute little mice, and you could really just play along with your theme. If you want your Halloween town to be by the ocean, stitch a spooky lighthouse. I know Mill Hill has some. I know Glendon Place has some. You could do a little woodland scene and choose something from Sprouting Lupine. Like I know she has a really cool like darker unicorn kind of a pattern that she just put out for the last like needlework marketplace releases. Like maybe you want to stitch a cool like fun little Halloween party. I think Shannon Christine has like cool little Halloween party scenes, or like Frosted Pumpkin has really cute little ones as well. So you can really just stitch what's calling to you and what you think is going to be super fun for the season, but also something that like immerses you in that theme of what kind of a town would I want to live in my own perfect little spooky, witchy Halloween town. Let's see. Oh, great. Oh, yeah. I was looking up Graveyard Wanderer. Let's see. Graveyard Wanderer, Witchy Stitcher. Oh, yes. With the crows. This one's so cool. Oh, you can see me in the reflection. Yeah, that one's really fun. That's going to be good. Is this really big? Let's see. 8 inches wide by 10 inches high. 112 by 140. That's going to be fun for Halloween. That I can definitely see being stitched with like all the fun classic Halloween movies. I think I honestly also want to get into like the Hallmark, like autumnal spooky season movies as well. Like I always watch the Hallmark ones for Christmas, but I think they have a bunch of really fun new movies for the month of October. I think they actually have a Halloween Town kind of a movie coming out, and it has like Lacey is it Chabet, the girl from Mean Girls that's like in all the Hallmark movies, and then it also has one of the two main characters from Halloween Town in it. So I'm excited to dive into Hallmark spooky season movies as well. Let's see. You pretty much stitch spooky, witchy Halloween all year round. So do I, sister. I love that stuff. That is a kind of a lifestyle stitch for me. I don't even consider it seasonal. Like especially, it's fun to stitch it seasonally, but that's an all year vibe for me. Did you see the new Hallmark movie coming out with the girl from Halloween Town? That's what I'm talking about. I saw that on my Instagram and I was like, oh, I need to watch that immediately and like have all the movies up like in my calendar and my schedule so I can sit down and like stitch and get cozy while watching them. Let's see. I feel like we are far and few between. That's why I'm so glad to discover this Crafty Coven. That's so sweet. I'm so happy that so many people have like connected through this, and I just like really hope people on Instagram are like messaging people that have stitched things and like going back and forth, and it's just been the best. Let's see. Lady says, "What's your favorite spooky movie?" Ooh, That's a really good question. I honestly have so many because I really like watching spooky movies in general. I guess it kind of depends on like the ambiance or the vibe I'm going for. Like if I'm looking for a cutesy, like nostalgic movie, I would say Halloween Town. I watch it like every single year. But if I want like more witchy vibes, cozy witchy vibes, Practical Magic is always like one that I love. And then as far as scary movies go, I mean, I love The Conjuring. That was like one of the first scary movies I've ever seen, where like when I was watching it, it was like so scary to me that like I just wanted to turn it off, but I had to keep watching to see what happens. I love that. I've been like getting back into the Paranormal Activity movies. I just watched like part of one that I haven't seen, and now I kind of want to dive back in and watch all of them in order and kind of, immerse myself in that world again. But there's so many. I love a good scary movie. And honestly, like a lot of the more indie ones too, I kind of like. There's a couple on Netflix. I'm trying to remember the names of them. It's like The Ritual, where it's like more, I think, Swedish folklore. Like it's not the best movie I've ever seen, but just like the cryptid characters in it just really stick out to me. Um yeah, Nightmare Before Christmas. I think someone mentioned that. That's just like a really good cozy movie for me as well. That was one of my brother's favorite movies as a kid. So I watched it like all the time with him. There's just so many good ones. Let's see. I'm sure more will pop into my head. I really like the ghost hunting shows as well. I watch like a lot of the YouTube ones. I think a lot of the times the YouTube ghost hunting like will show more than what you see on TV. Like I really like Sam and Colby. They have a really great series that they do every Halloween time. I think they call it like Hell Week or something. And they've stayed like at the Conjuring house for a week. And watching that, I think it was from a couple years ago. I can link it after the live, but they did a whole week at the Conjuring house. And it might have been their second time that they did that at that point. And when I saw that, like, oh my gosh, it was life-changing because they had 2, like, paranormal investigators there with them that worked at the Conjuring house at that time, and they had this really cool ability where they could, like, communicate with ghosts through, like, tapping through the alphabet, and it was, oh my gosh, it was literally life-changing. It's, like, changed my kind of perspective and view on the Conjuring house in general. I highly recommend watching it. It is so much fun if you're looking for more like the paranormal ghost hunting kind of stuff. Sam and Colby's like a really great channel for that, but there's lots of other ones as well. Let's see. Nightmare for Christmas. Scream is my favorite too. My mom actually named me after Sydney Prescott. Oh, that is so cool. That's a cool little spooky connection. You come from a whole family of Halloween lovers. I love that. My whole family also very much likes witchy, spooky things, except for my husband. My husband does not like anything. Like Halloween's not his thing. He doesn't really like spooky. He doesn't really like scary. He doesn't really like even like psychological thriller movies. So that's more of something I watch with like my parents more so than him. Just watched it last week. Oh, oh yeah, my mom wrote in here Hubie Halloween. I love Hubie Halloween too. We watch that like all the time. Hubie Halloween's the best. That's like another really fun like comfort movie, and it's fun to go to Salem as well after watching that movie because you can see like all the locations, and obviously Hocus Pocus is like a really good, fun, cozy comfort film. Oh, so your fiance doesn't like spooky either. Yeah, so we're both there for it. I like really wish we had trick-or-treaters for Halloween, but we live in like a super rural town and like trunk or treat is a thing. It was never a thing when I was a kid. I think it became popular in like COVID times, but basically since like all the houses are pretty far away in my town, all of these cars gather in either like the school parking lot or the grocery store parking lot, and they decorate their cars and they open up their trunks, and then the kids go from car to car and they trunk or treat and get candy from strangers' cars, which is literally like the number one thing that you're taught when you're little not to do, but it's acceptable on Halloween here. So it's kind of funny. But yeah, my brother lives more in like a suburban area, so we went to his house to help them with trick-or-treaters and stuff last year, and I dressed my dog up. She was so cute. But even they only got like 2 trick-or-treaters. So I don't know if it's just like a thing that kids don't do it as much anymore, but me and my friends, we were like out trick-or-treating till we were like, I don't know, 16. We loved it. Because at that time I lived in a more suburban area, and we would go to like all the gigantic houses, and they would have like these really big like Halloween parties basically. Like I lived near Saratoga Springs, New York, which is like a very popular like horse racing town, and it's like a very affluent area. So all of these mansions would just like have these crazy Halloween parties outside their house, and would have these like hot apple cider donut stands and apple cider and hot chocolate, and everyone would be like so dressed up at each house and give out like full-size candy bars, and it was the best. Let's see, we get about 100 trick-or-treaters. That's like literally my dream. But we used to get 200, so it's definitely gone down by you as well. Same with Sydney. Like, what is it with kids anymore? Like, why don't they want to trick or treat? It was so much fun. Yeah, my mom says shaving cream wars. She misses them. Yeah, I was like an itty bitty kid on Long Island. So when we were like little in elementary school, doing Long Island trick or treating was like the best. It was so much fun. But then when I was older and we moved to Saratoga, it was still really fun. I wish people did it more. And I wish we could get trick or treaters here, but I don't know. Not as much as a thing. Just sad. Candy for a year. Yes. Candy for a year. Not anymore. Now you can just buy the candy yourself, but whatever. Okay. I will go through some of my like yarny whips as well. Again, keep the comments flowing. I'm loving this. This is so much fun. But I will go quickly. I'll just quickly go through like the yarny things that I've got going on. And then we'll get into haul because I have quite a bit of haul to show. And a lot of it is very like autumnal and seasonal, which is fun. So I have made some good progress on my Orion blanket, which I'm doing as my yearly Disney blanket crocheted object. I made one last year from a Disney subscription yarn. And this year, I'm getting yarn from Bumblebee Acres Farm. They have a monthly Magic Kingdom yarn club. So each month is inspired by something in the Magic Kingdom. So I finished the Space Mountain colorway, which, I mean, the color isn't showing up super well on like my webcam. Maybe I can figure out like how to attach my camera to the computer so I can get better quality, but I'm still learning the live situation. So I finished the Space Mountain colorway, which apparently glows under a black light, which is really cool. And then I started the teacups, the teacups ride. So I originally thought this was like my not as favorite. Oh, Sydney has to go make dinner, but thanks for making me feel so included. Oh, Sydney, thank you so much for joining. I really hope you join our other ones. You're the best. Thank you. I hope you have a great dinner. But yeah, the teacups ride, it wasn't my original like favorite colorway that I've gotten so far, but once I like caked it up, let's see, like I have it in the bottom of my bag here. Like it is just, again, the color is kind of washing out, but it's so cute and it looks really good with the Space Mountain colorway. So I've been working on that. So we're inching our way towards a blankie. I don't think it's going to be like so long because it is fairly wide, but it'll be a good, I think, lapgan, as they say. So I'm really excited for that. If any of you guys are into like yarny or crochet things and you haven't gotten into hand-dyed yarn, boy, is a whole new world going to be opened for you, because basically like any little niche hobby or thing that you're into, a yarn dyer dyes yarn specifically for that thing. So if you like video games, like if you're into Stardew Valley or Animal Crossing, there are so many yarn dyers that either have subscription clubs to make like inspired yarn for those things, or even they have just full collections for sale. I mean, I've gotten yarn collections for Disney, like either Disney movies or Disney parks. I've gotten yarn collections based on poisonous plants. I've gotten ones for Bob Ross. I've gotten ones for the Twilight movies. Like there is just such fun things, and it's a good way to combine two of your fun hobbies, and you're supporting small businesses as well. So like some of my favorite like more niche like pop culture dyers are Fangirl Fibers, Bumblebee Acres Farm. Those are like two that really stick out to me. Fangirl Fibers, definitely, she's got like everything. Lots of different options. So that is my Disney yarn. And then as far as knitting projects go, so I am learning to knit. I signed up for a year-long knitting class. I've mentioned this in my other videos, like my last live, I think. I mentioned that I signed up for a class. And I've been just, teaching myself the skills. So with my first class, which I had and was amazing, we are basically just going through the building blocks blanket book, I guess. And this is from Michelle Hunter from Knit Purl Hunter. So this is a really incredible book, and it basically goes through, I don't even know how many blocks, but the class that I'm doing, I think it goes through 12 blocks, and each block works on a different skill method with knitting, and it kind of goes from the beginner basics and then up to something more advanced like cables. And I'm loving it. I had to go into the class needing to know how to do long tail cast on, knitting, and purling. So I was, going hard doing those things for like a couple weeks, and the class was amazing. So I haven't started my square yet. I mean, I was practicing the techniques and stuff in my class, but working on it. I have a month to do it. So I am doing it on the Encore tweed yarn, which is a worsted weight tweed yarn from Plymouth Yarns. So this is a commercial yarn, very cost effective. I think it was like $7.50 a skein. And since I needed a blanket quantity, which was about, I think, 8 skeins of this, it's more cost effective when you're learning how to knit. So I have quite a few of these. I'm usually not a pink girl, but I was feeling it. I was feeling pink for this project. And it's a nice light color, so it'll be easy for me to see my stitches and help me learn. So I've been working on that. And, I got my needles. The needles that I got were based on the recommendation of my local yarn store owner. And these are the Addi Skacel Rocket Squared needles. And I did the circular needles, and my yarn store owner, which my local yarn store is Common Threads in Saratoga Springs, New York. And the woman who owns it, her name's Doreen. They're incredible. If you're in like the upstate New York area, Capital Region area, go to her store. It's right in downtown Saratoga on Broadway. It's great. But she recommended these needles to me because they're her favorite, because she struggles with a lot of like wrist pain and dexterity issues, and I do too. So she said these are really good ergonomic metal needles. So the yarn comes off easier because it's metal, but not as easy as a typical metal needle, because these ones have these like ridges and grooves in them. It's so nice, and then it has more of a, like, angular pointed tip, and man, oh man, these are like butter. I will link these down below. These are phenomenal. I was, like, practicing on a Knit Picks, like, bamboo set before I got these, and it was just so much harder for me to knit, and then the second I came home with these and I started doing my knits and my purls, literally, it was magic. It was great. So I will link these down below. I highly recommend checking them out if you have any dexterity issues, if you have any like problems with tendonitis or things. I think they're great. Of course, I am a new knitter. I can let you know as like time goes on and I'm doing it like a lot, but I love them. So that's just like, I mean, I don't have much progress to show for like my knitting class project, but that's kind of the update on it. I haven't my project in this really cute project bag from Home Row Fiber Co. I got this from Circle of Stitches, which is the yarn store in Salem. And let's see, the other project that I have going on for knitting. So once I learned like knitting, purling, long tail cast on, I was like, okay, let's kind of have another project on the side that I can practice a little bit more skills, but not like so much. Just like a nice little project to kind of bridge the gap between like yarn class and just my own free knitting time. And I am doing let me look up a picture so I can show you. This is a free pattern and it's a great beginner pattern. And it is from Moonlit Yarn Co., I think. Let's see, or Fiber Co. Fiber Co. And now it's totally going to be slipping out of my mind. I can't even remember what it is. It'll come back to me. It's a beginner cowl. I will link it after this live gets out, but it's just a really basic cowl and it is ribbed. Like there's a couple rows, like 6 rows of ribbing, and then it's all just like knitting and then some ribbing at the bottom. So it's a really good beginner pattern for knitting in the round, which was not hard to pick up and is just a good way to practice. And I have these really cute little fall, I don't even know what they call them because I'm so new, like needle stoppers. And it has these little ghosties and little hats, and they're so cute. And I am knitting this with Lana Grossa Cool Merino Print yarn. This is a merino polyamide blend. I got this from the Webb's yarn store during their tent sale. So I'm not doing it on like a super expensive yarn. It's a yarn that I got for a really cheap price. I probably got it for like $5 and I have 2 balls of it. And I think each ball is like 50 grams. So the cowl only uses 1 skein of yarn, which is great. And that's a good way for me to practice, you know, my knits, my purls, knitting in the round. Let's see the comments first. Jen, I took a knitting class at a local library with my best friend about 6 years ago so I can make blankets and shawls. I have set a personal goal to learn to crochet in 2026. I love that. I never thought that I would like an in-person knitting or crochet class because I'm the type of person that really enjoys learning from a video. It's like easier for me to pick up on it. But knitting is just something that I found really difficult to pick up from a video. There's so many different ways to do it and techniques, and I don't know, even just the equipment is more intimidating to me than crochet. Like crochet, you just have your hook. And knitting is like all these different types of needles and things. And I really enjoyed my first class. I really learned some great tips. I mean, I do think I should go into each class with kind of knowing a little bit on the skills that we're going to be working on, but it was amazing. I highly recommend checking out if you're like your local library or a yarn store, or if maybe even like an art studio near you has any classes. I would highly recommend. My bestie says crochet is much easier than knitting, and she makes tons of stuff now. I do think that crochet is easier to pick up than knitting. It did not take me long to learn how to crochet. I learned originally from YouTube videos, just making like basic things like coasters and stuff. But then I think my mom actually, she got me one of those Wooble like crochet kits where you make these like little tiny crocheted plushies. And that teaches you literally all of the skills that you need. So it teaches you how to read a pattern. It shows you how to crochet if you're right or you're left-handed. It teaches you all the foundational skills from just single crochet to magic circles. It's incredible, and it has videos and written instructions and pictures. I am going to do a video on how I learned to crochet and tips for if you're wanting to learn to crochet, because it is so fun to pick up these new skills and kind of challenge yourself. So I'm excited for your journey of learning to crochet. Oh, Sydney's back. You decided to order takeout. We love that. Sometimes we just don't want to cook. Your goal for next year is to learn to crochet. I love that. I love that. I love when people pick up these skills. It's so fun. Like crocheting and fiber arts were the first thing that got me really like super into the arts community. Like I was really into embroidery first. That was like my first craft. And then I got into crocheting and I just like fell head first into it because I noticed there was like a really big social media like following with it. So there was lots of content that I could consume for like knitting and crocheting. And then I discovered cross stitch actually through a knitting channel, through Paper Crane Yarns. I was watching her knitting podcast and she showed really cute cross stitch patterns. And then I was like, wow, there's cute cross stitch patterns out there like that. I thought it was literally just like the kits you see at Joann's and Michael's. And then that led me full force into floss tube. And then I was like, maybe I should make my own videos because there's not that many people like in my immediate social circle that do crafty things. I mean, now there is, but I don't have that many people in real life that I can like hang out and talk to about the things that I really love, like all the crafty things. So it's been super fun to like join the community here and make some new friends. Knitting has been a struggle because I feel like it takes all 10, if not more fingers. It does. I am still trying to like learn that muscle memory and like how I like to hold my yarn and my needles. It definitely uses a lot of like fine motor skills, but I think once I get more like accustomed and used to it, it'll get easier. But yeah, crocheting so far, like I just think it's easier to identify your mistakes and fix your mistakes. I mean, maybe once I like figure out what I'm doing with knitting, it'll be easier, but we'll see. But yeah, so that was my beginner cowl in this really cute, just like handmade bag that my mom gave me. Sydney also has another goal is to maybe start your own floss tube. You should. Don't be scared. The hardest part is starting. Once you sit down and do your first video, it's game time, baby, because you're going to be obsessed. It's like, don't put so much expectation and pressure on yourself for anything. Just set up the camera, get all your stuff out in front of you, and just let it come out. Let it be natural. And this community is really, really great. I feel like it's you honestly get a good amount of views for videos because it is a smaller community. I feel like everybody watches each other and just everyone is just so welcoming and just like roots for you and is just like really inspiring. And it's just like the best, one of the best social media groups to kind of join. And it's just so fun to talk about crafts. So you should totally do it. Do something that challenges you. And I think that is the perfect thing to do. Maybe start posting on Instagram first, maybe do a little on your stories, do a couple Instagram videos, see if you like that, and then just set up your phone and film a video. You don't need any fancy equipment. I literally film on my phone. I have like a little tripod. Only now, since I've been doing it a couple months, I have like lights and things, but do it because you love it. Do it because you love it. So I'm excited for you. Let me know if you make videos. I will like promote you 1,000%. So DM me on Instagram if you have any questions and we can talk back and forth. Jen, same. Yes. If anyone's thinking about making videos, I can't recommend it enough. If you have any questions at all, my DMs are always open. Please. I will answer all of the questions for you. Any anxieties you have, like, it's the best. And if you don't do it, you're just going to keep wondering the what if. So you might as well just try. This is really fitting, this little haul thing I'm going to show you now. So for like the topic we're talking about. So we're getting into the haul a little bit. So since I've begun my knitting journey, I have gotten a couple little notions and things. So this is going to be fitting. So I got some needle stoppers. These needle stoppers are from, let's see, let's get them out of the bag. Sorry if you don't like the crinkly sounds. But this is from Minnie and Purl. Love. And they say, let's do this before my anxiety kicks in. So have that be your mantra. Let's do it before our anxiety kicks in and just give it a go. Aren't they so cute? I specifically got these for my knitting class because I thought they were funny and silly and cute. So I got those. And then I also got these really cute, like, squirrel ones. I thought they were cute for fall. They were adorable. And then I am a certified Disney baby, Disney adult. Been going to the park since I'm itty bitty. And I got little Tigger and Pooh. So cute. And then I also have... Ooh, something fell upstairs. I hope it wasn't anything, like, big. But then I also got those, like, ghosty ones that I showed you on my other project. It's so fun. It's so fun when you're, like, diving into a new craft and then you get to, like, get all the fun little cute accessories that come with it. So I got these. And then what else? What other yarny things? I'll show you what I've gotten at Hobby Lobby recently. I just have such a miscellaneous variety. And I'm sure this will be, like, scattered into other videos that I have as well. But I got a new yarn winder. This one was cheap. This one was like $15. I have a yarn winder. You're not going to really be able to see it from here. But like you can see my little blue Swift is like over there. But my yarn winder is not good. So I got this one. It's just a tabletop one. I don't think I have to attach it to anything. It'll be quick and easy. So this is like a really good way. Like if you're winding up yarn that's in like a braid, it makes it super easy, super simple. And then the other stuff I got from Hobby Lobby was this stack of McCall's patterns. If you didn't know, McCall's is having, I believe it's still going on, a pattern sale at Hobby Lobby. And all of the patterns are 99 cents. These are $20 a piece. And they're 99 cents. So if you've been wanting to learn how to sew and you want some good patterns, run to Hobby Lobby. Be free. Go tomorrow and go get some. Because I got a stack of, I don't even know how many patterns. A lot of them. This was like $400 worth of patterns that I got for $20. So I got tons. I got like clothes. I got stuff for future babies. I got everything. Cute dresses. So that is the sewing stuff I've gotten. Yes, 99 cents. Isn't that crazy? So I am like a beginner sewer. I know very minimal sewing skills on my sewing machine. So I'm very excited to like dabble in those. And of course, I'm going to film videos on it on my sewing journey. So we'll see. I'm really excited for those. What size hook do I usually use to crochet? I feel like my most standard and most used hook is a 5mm hook. I don't know what the actual like US size, but it's a 5mm. And I just think that's a good standard size. I use the Clover Armor hooks. Where is my bag? I'll show you. Because again, I like a good ergonomic hook. I'll link these down below. I got just a whole crochet set. Forget how much they were, but they look like this. Has a nice, good, like soft holder, I guess, base. And I don't really get any wrist pain when I'm crocheting with these. Really, I don't ever, unless I'm doing it for like a really long period of time. And again, this is a 5. I use 5 for a lot of my projects, unless it says otherwise. Yeah, lady, you have to go to Hobby Lobby because they have a lot of good stuff. So I got all those patterns. I got the yarn winder, and then I'll just quickly show what I got at the fiber festival that I went to. So I went to Adirondack Wool and Arts Festival, which I go every year. It's at the Washington County Fairgrounds, and I love it. And I got quite a few things. I went in with the mindset because whenever I go to a fiber festival, I really like to have some patterns in mind. Otherwise, I am just walking around in a trance the whole time. I have decision paralysis. I don't know what to get because I don't have a plan, and I just get mesmerized by all the beautiful fiber. So I went in knowing that I wanted to get sock sets because since I'm learning how to knit, I'm going to be learning eventually how to knit socks. That has been one of my absolute like knitting goals, is to make knitted socks. So I wanted sock sets and I wanted mini skeins because since I'm learning how to knit, I want to make a mitered square blanket. I don't know where my phone is. Oh, here it is. I will show you what that looks like. It looks like, sorry, I just got a text. Let's see, mitered square blanket. I'm trying to find a good picture. Here we go. So this pattern I'm pulling up is from Bee in a Bonnet, I think, but it's basically crocheting or knitting these little squares, and they can be whatever size you want, blah blah blah, any yarn weight, any yarn size, and making a little blanket. And it's a good scrappy project. So yeah, I wanted to get some mini skeins for that because I already have gotten like quite a few mini skein packs from other festivals that I am obsessed with that I really want to put into that blanket. I think if you're using fingering weight and you're making the mitered square blankets, you only need like 8 to 10 grams. These are 8 to 10 gram little packs. So these ones were from Dragonfly Fibers and Canon hand dyed. I got these from Rhinebeck last year. So this wasn't like in the newest fiber festival. But yeah, so that's what I went in. I wanted sock sets and minis. So I'll show you the mini skeins I got. So I saw that Wild Violet Fibers was going to be at this fiber festival, and I was excited because I follow them on Instagram, and I love the colors that she makes. And when I saw that she was doing like less than $10 mini skeins, I got 6 of them. So these will be going into my mitered squared blanket. So this color, which again, I'm sorry about the lighting. Oh gosh, it's not good. But this color is Fearsome Critter. So it's just a really pretty like red and green, just beautiful autumnal kind of a skein. I'll show these in like everything way more in depth in my Adirondack Wool and Arts like fiber festival vlog such recap video, and it'll have better lighting so you'll be able to see it better. This one is watercolor, so you got all the beautiful colors. Stunning. This one is sandbox. So cute, nice little neutral. This one's cranberry salad, which I just love. It was giving me Christmas, but also mushroom, like forest vibes, like a little toadstool. So I got that. This one is just called number 132. Nice pinky green, variegated blend. Very like fairy-esque in my mind. And then this one is called Enchanted Forest, which I mean is very fitting. She's got those rich, moody greens and browns, and it's so fun. I really like to play with like variegated yarns. There's so many beautiful variegated yarns. So this is going to be perfect to add to a blanket. So that's what I got for my mini skeins. And then I got 3 sock sets. One of them I got from Viking Fiber Co., which again, follow them on Instagram. They're great. This is a Colorado-based hand dyer, and he's incredible. A lot of the things is like based off like Viking folklore stories, things like that. So this was their show exclusive colorway sock set, and it's called Autumn Upstate and Crimson Maple. So it's just really pretty fall leaf colors with like little pops of green, and I got the cranberry, what's it called, contrast color for like the it's getting late, I'm losing my words, you know, the contrast colors of the socks. So I got those, and then I got 2 more sock sets from Landstring Yarns, which was, I believe, a new to me dyer. Incredible work. The most stunning, beautiful, soft, plushy yarns ever. Follow them on Instagram. This one is Renaissance. Oh, it's so pretty. Beautiful purplish green, and then like a nice like purple maroonish color. And then it comes with these really cute like little progress keepers that you can clip onto your work, or little charms. So this one's a sun. That's Renaissance. And then lastly, I got this one, which is so fun, and it's called You'll Join Us Someday. So it has like a really nice bluish purple green on like a cream base, and then this really pretty like ochre brownish color. Ah, yes, the purple, like all of it is just so stunning. So stunning. And then, so that's all the fiber I got. And then I got 2 little like project bags. I got 1 basket. I don't know where I got this from. It was just like a yarn shop that was set up there. And this is just an African market basket. You can get these at a lot of different vendors and things. And this one's just the perfect little size. I don't have this size. I could fit probably like a little shawl or smaller projects in it. I'm a basket girl. I love like all of them. I have like giant ones and oval ones and tiny ones, and this will be perfect. So this, I think, is my 4th basket I have to my collection. If you're a crafty girl, you need a crafty basket. You really do. It really ups your crafting game, and it just puts you in that vibe when you got your basket and you carry it to your like special little crafty spot, and you just sit down and cozy up and work on your projects for the night. It just adds to the experience in my mind. So I got that. And then I got a project bag from Stitched by Jessilu. Check her out on Instagram. This is her box bag, her large box bag. And it's really cute. I've never really seen the shape before as far as a project bag shape goes. And the print is really cute. It's like little frogs just having a little party at their stream. It's so adorable. Super fun and whimsy. So I like it because it, like, once stuff is in it, it can just like lay flat. I can have it open. Oh, and then the inside print is like mushroom print. It's so cute. I love it. So she posts, I think, a good amount on Instagram. Go check her out. So that's Stitched by Jessilu. Here's her tag here. You can do the little QR code if you want. Incredible work. And she has a really cute little bee zipper pull on that. And that's basically it. This was a long one. I've been going for an hour 15. Have a lot of you guys been here the whole time? Am I that entertaining? It's so funny. I sit down and think like, oh, how am I gonna like talk for that long? And then I just end up blabbing and yapping the whole time. Oh, last but not least, actually, I got this in today and I just posted this on my Instagram a couple hours ago. Especially for the people who want to learn to knit. Check this book out, especially if you want to do sock knitting. This is No Fear Sock Knitting by Denise DeSantis, which is from Earth Tone. What is her channel name? I forget. Earth Tone something. I literally just posted it on my Instagram. It's on my story. She's tagged. I'll link it down below after this video. This just had such great reviews. It seemed almost like the sock knitting Bible. And just from like looking through it, it is. The pictures are incredible. Like, look at those pictures. And it includes just everything that you would need, even if you're a beginner knitter. Like, it goes through the different cast-ons with pictures and descriptions and really good illustrations. And just all the fundamentals of sock knitting, just starting from like construction, different ways to do it, all the notions and things that you need for it, and like whether you want to use circular needles or double pointed needles and why, and it's just really great. And then it has some really good patterns that really hold your hand. They're really step by step. I love it. So go check this book out. I have it posted on my Instagram stories with the Amazon link as well if you just want like an easy way to get it, but I'll add that all down below once this is done. I love this. So I'm really excited to play around with it and knit some socks because I really want to knit socks by the end of the year. I have so many beautiful sock sets that I need to get my hands on them because I've tried to do crocheted socks and I feel like they don't hit the same as knitted socks do. And like once you get into like knitted color work, it'll be game over for me because I will just be like knitting all the way. So I hope you guys like to hear like the yarny content type of stuff. I know I like primarily made this as like a floss tube channel, but it was really like my mission and my goal to really just incorporate all the crafty things that I'm doing and just like my process and my journey, learning new things with it. And yeah, I don't even know if like I'll eventually rebrand like my floss tube episodes to more like crafty podcasts. Because like I've only worked on one cross stitch thing this month, but like a lot more yarn stuff. So I don't know. Is it like considered a floss tube at that point? I don't know. So yeah, I think, let's see. Sydney, yes, I know. I personally love to see all types of crafts. So do I. I really do too. I think it's good to see variety, especially since I'm like a variety kind of a crafter too. And yeah, I think that's everything I have for tonight. I guess one last thing that I'll talk about is that I'm going to be doing Vlogtober for October. I'm so excited. I did a poll on my Instagram stories, trying to decide if people would want to see a mini vlog every day or would they rather have like a longer week-long daily vlog video that's posted like every Sunday. So there'd be like 4 videos for the month, but like documenting each day of just kind of like what I'm up to, the crafty little things, because I really like vlog videos too, and I think it's really fun to get to know someone and just like see what they're up to in their life. I don't know. I just find it entertaining. Like I could watch someone literally just like eat a turkey sandwich and I would be like, that is so entertaining. So that's like kind of content stuff that I would like. Of course, it's going to be like very crafty centered because crafting is something I do like every single day, especially for my mental health. So I will be doing that with that poll on Instagram, it seemed like more people wanted the longer weekly vlogs, which I think will honestly work out better with my schedule, especially since I'm starting a new job and just like it'll be easier to implement other videos onto my channel for the month of October if I'm doing like weekly daily vlogs rather than one every day. So I think that's what I'm going to be doing. Of course, I will post it all on my Instagram. My Instagram is at thistleandthread with 2Ds at the end. I believe I already posted it like in the info box down below. If you want to go check that out. So yeah, I think that's it. I think I've kept you guys long enough. It's already been an hour and 21 minutes. So yeah, reminders. My new SAL is coming up for the month of October. That's my Halloween Hollow SAL. I will be posting an event schedule for that stitch along October 1st. So that will include live stream dates, giveaway information, like how to enter giveaways and share your progress. It's going to be similar to this stitch along where you're just using the hashtag and tagging me on Instagram so I can see your work. And I don't know, I might try to sprinkle a few little other types of things in there as well. So that is the reminder for that. I'll have a bunch of videos coming out this week, including the pattern inspiration video for the stitch along. And yeah, it's late. It is late. I'm getting tired. So I hope you guys had fun. I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, follow me on Instagram at thistleandthread with 2Ds at the end of thread. Post on my stories a good amount. I try as much as I can to post as well. I want to implement it more. But yeah, I hope you guys had fun. Feel free to message me on Instagram if you have any questions, especially if you're like looking to get into floss tube and filming and all that stuff. I would love to answer your questions. So yeah. Also, there'll be another live this Sunday. This Sunday at 5-ish, I'm thinking. Lady, get some rest. Thanks for the live. Yes. I'm ready to put on my comfy clothes and relax on the couch. So yeah. So I think next Sunday's live will be at 5 p.m., but I might honestly reschedule it to 7 p.m. because it seems like 7 p.m. is a better time for everyone, especially with West Coasters and things. So I will make a post on YouTube and Instagram if there's any updated times, but there will be one on Sunday as well. So everyone have a great rest of your week. I hope you get your hands on all fun little crafty projects that bring you joy. And I'll see you throughout the week, whether it's through YouTube or my Instagram or my next live. All right. Okay, bye.